going to be on life support if Alireza can't put Hikaru in his place. It should be a good match. Yeah, like I said, still trying to figure out the best way to watch this. I feel like it'd be better if this was... You don't really want it like this, though. There's no way this could just be a little bit... take up a little bit more of the screen, eh? Were you watching since the start, Manor Monkey? Yeah, I haven't been listening in here. All right, let's see. Let's see, Manor Monkey. Whether we like the commentary on or off. It's easier to just watch the broadcast, but I feel like it can be useful to have the board up. Did I watch Hans's interview from this event? Like, I guess if there's one from this event, maybe I haven't seen it. Something here. I watched his interview from last match. I've noticed, I'm not sure if I do this myself. I could also be guilty. I'm not sure. But I have noticed that Alireza, okay, I don't think I do it. I've noticed that he gets called Alireza, like a skateboarding trick, an ollie. Alireza. Thank you, Loafs. I actually feel very good about that series as well. Gonna be releasing next episode very soon. There's lots of Zoomers that disagree with you, Guppy. H5. Gotta turn the engine on. But not actually. I've caught myself saying some, maybe not quite that, but something very similar. Got to be very careful with chess commentary. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. But not really. MN2197, thanks for the 43 months. Happy September. G-Cobb, thanks for the 10 with Prime. And Pignew7, thanks for the 7 months. Hello to Chat's boy, Bobby Blocks. Let's see, can we... Oh, this is not bad. Is this a little bit better? I can't tell. %200 zoom. It's interesting. I zoom in and it just like, it does exactly the thing I want, which is make this larger, but not the board on the left. Do you see any stone walls at this level? The answer is yes, but never a direct stone wall. White's not going to start the game by like playing stonewall moves, you know? But you will definitely get transpositions into it. The good thing is usually at this level, if you see a stone wall, it's probably a very good one. You want Alireza to lose, but you don't want Hickey to win. That's an interesting stance. Queen d5 coming. Take on g6. He doesn't want to play h6. Oh my god. The problem is the rook on a1's not doing anything. Oh, he just hung a knight? Knight takes f5. Jeez. The rook was just hanging. Okay. Okay. What the f- What the hell's going on? Okay. 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 I want to see the crowd. I missed the beginning. Was anyone tuned in at the beginning? I want to see the crowd. Good morning, Bambeezy. Tim. You guys are here for the vocal oscillations. Good sized crowd. Okay, good. Some standing room. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right, Tim. 90,000 viewers plus an extra handful of chess bras. We're tipping the scales right now. Uh, 2 p.m. I think. Venus chess. Hey, good morning, Nitsid Prime. Oh, C4 looks like a. I mean, I guess a clever move, but almost the only idea. I think he was, Tim. That's what I got out of that as well. Bishop takes b2 here. I guess that's a little bit much. It's very comfortable to commentate when you're not on camera the entire time. Yeah, very impressive that Salty got a shutout. Camille du Zucchini, thanks for the 16 months. Yeah, at times, I think Naroditsky is sometimes in the Magnus category of jokes where if you don't understand it, your first instinct is that you must be dumb. And that's a great level to reach in life, or especially in comedy. Magnus has made a few comments, but Magnus is good about it because he'll immediately say something like, that one was no good. You know, he'll immediately rate his own joke after. Most of the time, it is the case that you're not getting something, but I have noticed that a little bit. Great for Dania. Is it too early for tendies? Dude, straight up, never. Never. Tendies sound great right now. Make sure that you're able to make enough for the chat, though. Corn, thanks for the 34 months. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like from the games I've seen so far, pretty impressed by Hikaru's just move by move quality. But I do agree with them. Alireza has got some pretty nice looking openings. Like this feels like a dark square dream. Yeah, I'm going to leave the commentary on for a little bit here. Do they take a break in the 5-minute portion, like halfway through? Maybe we leave it on until then. I might turn it off after, put some music on. Is he trying to put the knight on d6? $30 apiece. Wow. Rookie 2 pretty much pre-moved. Knight h5. King f7. d6, king g6. Not that obvious. The knight on h5 looks odd to me. What? Yeah, that was that was that was a little bit awkward. Wait, what? We're at the halftime break already. Okay, wait. So they're at the halfway mark already? Dude, I don't know what this was. This knight h5 thing. This was a very unlike Hikaru. Guy almost never makes mistakes like that. No Sleep Pete, thanks for the 5 months. And Q Corn, supporting these guys for a year. In general, I've liked this opening from Alireza. 95, very unlike Hikaru, but okay, didn't like takes in 92, evidently. But it's just like the bishop is very mobile here. Can kind of just move the king as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was surprised by Evan. It just seems so strange to me that after 3 games, we're at the halfway point of the 5-minute portion. Like, jeez. Eat puke, thanks for the 29 months. My understanding of the halfway point, like the break for these SEC matches, is that they call it once the time has passed halfway. So if a game starts, like if the total time is 60 minutes and it's minute 31, then counting down, then they'll start the next game. Even if that game takes us down to 20 minutes, then they'll take the break, and it'll look very lopsided, like 40 and 20, but I think that's how they do it. But here, I'm not sure that, because what, it's 75 minutes? There's 55 minutes left, and they've played 40 so far. Actually, what are the... what's the format? I thought I understood it. Oh, okay, yeah. They actually changed it. So the main event is this, but the finals is an hour and a half. Okay. It's an hour and a half. Series tied 1.5, 1.5. Yeah, I mean, 5+1 games, remember? They can go like 15 minutes easily for one game. So 3 games, 45 minutes. Yeah, so they have 55 minutes remaining. Interesting to me that they didn't play one more game and then take the break, but oh well. Yeah, I wonder if the guys are able to bring I mean, you have to be able to bring a mouse to the setup. But yeah, even just getting used to it. The good thing, Dustin, is I know that they're allowed to play on the setup ahead of time. So, for example, yesterday, they would have been allowed to set up their mouse. Like they have a slot, like a time window where they show up to the venue ahead of time, plug in whatever like mouse or fiddle with whatever settings performance-wise they want. And then it's like good to go for the next day. Well, you know, Tim, I don't know what the standard is now. Jocelyn and Kramnik are like unboxing new fucking items. So I don't know if that's the new standard. Hans is in the tournament. I don't know if we're like unboxing again. Queen back to D1. I feel like, okay, maybe this is not the best example, although it still feels like Alireza can be reasonably satisfied here. But I do feel like Alireza has happy with the openings. At least he should be. It did loafs. What tip is that, Mattis? I actually got an idea for one of the tips as part of the top 100 from yesterday's marbles. Would you believe it? This position. What's the tip? Yeah, we just released the next episode of that one. Okay. Obviously, bishop b6. I guess actually knight takes e3 could be a serious consideration. There's no way that you ever do this, right? Yeah, no way. Just thinking with like b5, rook c6, and queen h4, but no. Just no. I do think of rook moves here in order to facilitate queen h4. And he does go for it. Knight b4. I wonder if this is going to be involved. Not sure about that. So queen d3. Rook b6 here. Rook b6, you can just castle though. That's not good enough. Taking. Okay, there's no castling now, so don't tell me it's just a5. Or queen d6 maybe? Yeah, queen d6. Couple ideas here. And he long castles. What the heck? There is b5, but d5 is now hanging. Long castle is a pro move. Imagine getting a brilliancy and then being slightly worse the couple moves later. Yenor Chess, thanks for the 9 months. b5. So playable Nitsid Prime. Makes me immediately wonder though. Knight takes d5. How bad is that? Threatening 2 things plus a discovered check. And if you play c6 or rook d8, then I guess bare minimum white has time to move the queen and then the bishop. Bishop b3, queen a3, king b1 is okay. Threatening bishop d5 check, winning the game. Yeah, bishop b3 looks reasonable. Also bishop c2. Is he just going to double up? Okay, at some point, black needs to play like c6 and I don't know, maybe g6, king g7, and just keep like all the pawns. Hikaru's doing the right thing. He's down a piece and down a minute, but he's probably going to try to go c6 and just look to take these pawns or put pressure there. Yeah, so queen takes here. Queen takes here. I wonder if there's queen takes c7. Probably not. Wow, Nitsid Prime. Prefers black. Says to hell with the eval bar. Rook f1, bishop d1 though. This is probably not ideal. Rook e2 is not great, but after king d2, a very, very stable position. And then you can start hunting the pawns. So yeah, honestly, rook e2 does make sense to me. Even though it drops another pawn here, I feel like king d2 is so solid. And then, yes, black will get to play c6. But then maybe like queen b3 or queen b4. I think Alireza's doing well here. They should be winning. Yeah. Queen takes, bishop back to e2. This is over. Interesting, because knowing myself, low T, I would have definitely considered a move like queen d7 there. Couldn't resist. Ah, yeah, this is just so good. Well played game. Alireza is saying hello here. Thank you very much, Yenor Chess. 5 subs. Okay, d6 next. Yep, Hans is playing Magnus in about 3-ish hours. A little bit more. That's a win for Mr. Reza. A win for Mr. Reza. Yep, that's what I am, Nitsid Prime. Hashtag Team Gucci. Yeah, thanks for the Twitch Cinco, Yenor Chess. The September Cinco. I'm biased. I see positions with a knight on c6 and a pawn on c3, and I'm like, immediate like for white. Okay, knight takes a5, by the way. Was that playable? It's bishop d7, and I guess like maybe c4, queen b4. I don't know. Something like it actually did look like a pawn that maybe you could take. I think white wants to go bishop c4 next. Another Cinco from Yanur Chess. Thank you kindly. Oh, bishop b5. Okay, bishop c4 has to be the move. Knight on b3 is starting to look awkward here. Hikaru's moved this bishop like 20 times here. Okay, there you go, bishop c4. But black achieving this is like perfect against the knight here. Wow, this is a great advertisement for my latest video. Latest Chess Bra YouTube video features this exact concept. Knight e3. I mean, it's just equal, I think, at this point. Yeah, I think it could be that guppy fighter. Stuff like this has been present all the time. You just haven't noticed. Queen d1, queen d7, knight takes e5. Yeah, queen d7 somehow seemed normal to me as well. Maybe knight takes e5. Because if you take, black wants to defend this and then hit the pawn. But maybe you can do that and play knight d5. Hans versus Magnus. Yes, I'll definitely still be live for that. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what happened. And now black has a choice. You either play knight e6, full defense, or he does this. But I guess if anything, white has to be slightly better. This could be a big Hikaru moment here. He's got like 3 minutes and a slightly better endgame. Can try to push. It seems like it's not that bad for black because, to be honest, every weakness is defended. But this knight is just no good. Like, as soon as you play knight here, what happened there? Oh, never mind. It's the chess TV thing where Hickey and chess.com like oscillate the coverage or something like that. Yeah, once I finish the series loafs, I have to change the titles. 100 tips that only GMs knew. Like, I think Hikaru's just bringing the king over and then looking to play b3, which is a pretty serious problem. Unless the plan is some knight b3 check, knight a1 check, and like just like shuffle the knight there. I don't know. It does not look like it should be very reliable. I think Hikaru has a serious advantage here. Like, it's just looking easier and easier to play. Hello, Spudge. Yeah, I think he's trying. Yeah, I think he's trying to do this. But at some point, you just go here, I think, and knight d5. And if black starts like pushing the pawns, not only do you lose a5, but every pawn push just makes the pawns weaker and weaker. The king is just not in the game. But if this king moved to f7 and then e7, there's knight d5 winning the pawn. So if you can't touch the e7 square and you can't go to the other, the king just can't enter the game. So yeah, this has been a very, very convincing game. Well played from Hikaru. And yeah, Alireza just never looked comfy after that queen d7 move. Yeah, knight d3, knight e1. Finally some counterplay. But Hikaru, I believe, is trying to play knight e3 to watch over that pawn. Knight e3 feels really good. Obviously, there's some weaknesses here, but I think you're past the point of caring about weaknesses. Knight takes, b2 will be taken there. He's trying to make it as messy as possible. It's definitely the way to play. I think it's reasonable. Tarnish Slayer, thanks for gifting a sub. Have to take on b2. But yeah, this should be winning. Get that pawn going. I definitely have not Danthus. Yeah. That's a win. Huh. Yeah, that was very one-sided. Just when it got to the absolute endgame. 2.5, 2.5. Yo, champ. From a positional standpoint, I have to say this opening from black just does not satisfy me. It looks so nasty. But the opening is very good. That's right, Captain Micmac. Precisely the same as those guys. Go Hickey, champ, big Hikaru supporter, known Hikaru supporter. Your allegiance is noted, champ. What is there? 30 minutes left? That's been the case for a couple years now, Wild Hacks. Not that outrageous, right? He's playing in all the tournaments. I mean, I'm surprised you're impressed that Hikaru's in the semifinals of the Speed Chess Championship and getting coverage on his own stream, split with chess.com's coverage. What's more impressive to me is that sometimes the Sinkfield Cup will be on. We need like another example, like the US Juniors will be on. And Hickey will be streaming coverage of the US Juniors, split chess TV time with chess.com. So it'll be like 1 hour of like an official broadcast of the US Juniors, and then the next hour it'll be Hickey's channel, his coverage of the US Juniors. And half the time he's just like playing like Anthony or something in like fucking 3-minute blitz. That's fucking impressive. That's what really impresses me. This makes sense. Guy's competing at the SEC. He has an active channel. He is providing commentary on the channel. His people like want to watch him with cams on. I mean, normal. Ooh, Hikaru is he's outplaying. He's outplaying badly here. Love the transition from the position earlier. G6 is such a beautiful move here. Baiting this and then like bishop on e3 is so bad. Yeah, I mean, Hikaru plays enough tournaments, Sam, that obviously he has enough leverage that it's like, look, if he's involved in a tournament, then the chess TV time gets split. But not just if he's involved with a tournament playing, if he's involved commentating. So he's obviously built it in. And from chess.com's perspective, you think about like how much money gets built into like an exclusive Hikaru streaming contract to maybe shave some zeros off a contract in exchange for some chess TV time. From their perspective, is probably not that big of a deal. Chess TV is not the biggest deal for chess.com to have, actually. I would say Chess TV is one of their biggest bargaining chips. Chess.com stream is live. It's the official broadcast. People know that it's going to be live. Like, embedding themselves on their own website is not... it's not fucking moving the needle. But it does a lot for streamers. This is impressive from Alireza because I looked at this position. I was like, man, this look comfortable. Strangely enough, it was Hikaru taking the pawn that was the mistake. This is like high level chess for you. White taking this pawn, mistake. Black taking the pawn back, mistake. It's like white should never have taken and black should never have taken. Probably you want to slowly recapture maybe a different way. I don't know. But by losing control of the f5 square, you lost control of the d3 square. White got the queen to d3. And all of a sudden, Alireza is making a real position out of this when I actually just thought Hikaru was outplaying. Who will win the 5-1 portion? I mean, how many games are they going to get? This game plus probably 2 more? Yeah, there'll be enough time for 2 more. So, 4-4 is possible. 4.5, 3.5. I guess d5 is hanging. b4 is hanging. All of a sudden, Hikaru has a ton of hanging pawns. Yeah, rook takes d5. I think there was c6. Queen b4, g5. This is scary as hell. Taking is a one-way ticket to a loss. And this, I don't know. It just feels slow. Takes here? Is the idea to go all in with something like that? I don't think so. I think he must just take back. Knight takes f4. 50 subs from Champ 1977. Oh, and Champ's a big Hikaru fan. Big Hikaru supporter. Something tells me those could be Hickey subs. Thanks a lot, Champ. Go September. Queen h6. I would definitely not know how to play this properly. Also, rook here, there might even be queen c6 as a method. Thank you, Champ. Yes, lots of thank yous owed to Champ there. I saw quite a few new names getting a sub. Yes, some new badges, Johnny. For our long-time subs, you may have not seen the new sub badges that recently received an update. New potential bans. You're not wrong about that, Champ. Queen takes h2. No, he takes... Absolutely makes sense. Dude, I would be so scared here. Queen takes d4. And yes, he can leave all that hanging because rook a8 checkmate. And if you have to play queen c4, white's definitely for choice, as we like to say. Holy smokes. Got to give another check then. Rook a5. Oh, that's definitely a mistake. Because you can drop the rook here and here. In fact, rook d2. Oh, no, wait. Just rook b5 and rook a8 was winning there. Yeah, rook b5, rook a8 was a forced win. But okay, Alireza just pawn on light square, defends it. This will be super, super tough. Going to require some technique. So let's see what he can do. Yeah, rook d5 coming. Just kind of shuffling here. I don't think he needs feels the need to do anything in particular. Rook a1. I would not be surprised by. Gonna be like a bunch of moves that happen at once here, most likely. King f2. Yeah, okay, there. There's all the moves. Okay. Great. That was woo! What a finish. It does look like a nice finish there. Alireza wins. To win that game, truly so impressive. Well, Champs 50 couldn't even save Hikaru there. Almost 69 for Lally. Thanks for the 68-month resub, Lally. Happy September. 33 months from Mrs. Chicken Wing. Last game was a very nice grind from Hikaru, so we got a much different position here already, and I think we should just be getting 2 more games. It would have to be a very, very long game for this to be the last one. A 19-minute, 5-minute game, I don't think a +1 second increment can make up that much time. YC4. Honestly, these are Rui Lopez / Italian intricacies that always escape me. I definitely don't know too much about this, but sure, if you can play d5, you might be interested in that. Black's quite cramped, so playing c4 almost guarantees that this will be played. Another good example is like those like hedgehog positions. And basically you're sitting here. Okay, d5, it's not really that dangerous. You have b5. But as soon as white goes e4, you can't really let either e5 or d5 happen because you're just pretty much compelled to take. So as soon as the pawns get like that, you almost always take. So it's basically the same thing there. Okay, yeah, he did take. Yeah, I just can't really allow this. Well, the dark square bishop trade is good for Alireza, but this pawn structure is not fantastic. D6 will be weak. White probably wants to play A4 in general here. Then the A pawn's not a problem. There's no B5. Hey, Buck81. Hello to Czech Manira. You were watching the main broadcast, Czech, and you're seeking refuge. You're hiding out here in the broad channel. Hikaru is going to have to spend some time trying to evict these pretty strong knights here. This looks a little bit bold, but bold can be good. I don't mind it that much. I would say rook d8 looks normal. Because to be honest, if I want to use this rook on the e-file, I need to move the bishop. And the best square that I can think of for the bishop is, unironically, c8. Now, there's the A4 move I was talking about. Very normal move in these structures. Rook A5, rook G5. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. It's true, Fractal. I think that, let's say that the evaluation of the position is 0.00, and rook A5 turns it to 0.5 for your opponent. I think you should play it. If it turns it to like 0.6, plus 1, plus 2, it's probably not, it's just a bad move. But I would say it's worth chucking 0.5 of an advantage just for the pure like euphoria, shock value, and satisfaction you get from playing a move like rook A5. You just feel like a stronger player than you are when you do shit like this. Rook A5. It's like the dopamine hit of developing your rook. It's like, oh, I used to develop my rook like this when I was shit at chess. Now I'm good and I've come full circle. I'm intentionally doing it because I understand chess so well. So, definitely a big fan of rook A5 here. King H1. Okay, H4, rook F3. There's definitely some loose stuff here. Like even C5 at some point could be useful if the queen is needed for some other duty. Holy hell. The fuck? I still don't know what's going on. What the fuck? Bishop G4? And he fucking just takes it, takes back, and it's exactly what I was saying with this queen being utilized, but I had no clue it would be utilized like this. Holy shit. The queen would love to take. Just not always possible. Also, rook H5, queen H6. sliding the rook down to h1 is just mate because the knight covers e2, so the king can't even like run away. King f1 is covered. And rook takes h5, pretty much the exact same thing happens. No, but this is one of the nicest moves I've seen in a while. Yeah, so rook h5. King here. Queen h6. So is it going to be rook h3 there? I think it's rook h3. He decides to take on d4. The other move was this, obviously. I think perhaps... did he not like something there? Oh, I suppose there's queen g7. Okay, yeah, queen g7. I think he saw this and didn't like it. The engine obviously sees something here that's even better, but let's get back to the position. He took on d4, and he just has an amazing knight against this bishop. Holy fark, that was a nice move. Elvis, thanks for the prime for 37 months. He got to play rook a5 to develop the knight like this, and he got to play bishop g4 to justify rook a5. And now he's playing rook h5. Alireza has the up... knight e2? Is that just a stone cold blunder? Stone cold blunder. Queen h4, of course. Not worth it. Dropping the pawn there. Something to e5 makes sense. Hick is not happy here. Queen c3. Surgical. Yeah, it's just taking pawns at this point. Queen c5 check also trades the queens. Okay. Here? No, he's deciding to trade. To be honest, rook d8 is a pretty nice move here. Yeah. Rook d8's great. You take control of the d file. I'm a fan of that move. b6, I feel like I would have played, but oh, that's smart. c4 for rook b3. Nasty. That was a beautiful game. That was a really, really nice game. Wow. Where's the next one? What, I gotta refresh here or what? Oh, it's this. Of course, here it is. It's this thing. There we go. That was sick. What the hell? Bishop g4 was crazy, crazy move. It's one thing to hit up rook a5. But I'm not going to lie, that bishop g4 follow-up was sick and nasty. That's a KO for sure. Look at this streak. I know it's cherry picking a streak, but after the first 2 games, Alireza has won 4 out of the last 5 games. That's very significant. And Alireza has been taking this line with the doubled F pawns every single game and kind of making it work. You could see me and Trent having a rematch in our 40s. I don't think Lawrence and I will be in our 40s at the same time. Not sure that'll be possible. So knight h4. Okay, we can obviously see what's up here. This is the intention. Now, knight f4, knight f3 is just not good enough, although I was definitely interested in the queen sack there. But knight h4, sometimes in these positions, the answer is a weird move like, I don't know, I want to say like king h1, because knight f4 is a great defensive move here. But if you go king h1, then it's just going to recapture. So, I think we got to move. I was going to say, so what are we missing exactly? e6. Dude, he's just cranking moves out. Knight g3 is like a fine move. But again, black's just going to recapture. So all those moves are okay. But e6 is like, you blundered, man. That's what e6 is. Because if you take it, knight f4 hits the queen, covers h3, and, well, not that it needs to. g6 is covered anyway. Queen d6. And, okay. He wants to do this, but I don't think it should work. But Hikaru knows it doesn't work. Definitely when you're in a position like this, you play knight h4, your opponent hits you with e6. Queen d6 doesn't bail you out, and he knows that. So let's see the line, though. Knight f4, and basically you just run your king back. You have rook h1. Yeah. This definitely does not look like it's close to working for Hikaru, but I think that could be a little bit harsh. That could be a little bit harsh. If takes, though, it's just that white's moves are so easy to spot. You know you're going to have to block a check here. If you get checked like that, you know you're going to have to block. You're always running. You're always playing rook h1, queen d3. Like, it's just kind of easy to... It's easy to defend. Okay, interesting. I like that move from Hikaru. I assume... that things are fine. I was going to say queen d2, but I'm a big fan of what Hikaru did, because what I was just finishing saying is like the defensive moves feel simple. It's like, obviously this happens next. So rook f4, rook f8 at least does a good job of making it not obvious. So obviously, rook there will actually run into big trouble. So I like this. Queen d2, I'm guessing g5. Not really sure what else. g5. And if you go here, It looks like maybe you have something on h7. Queen g2 looks fine, but I was looking at this one. Oh, actually, king d3. Yeah. So queen g2 is just okay. I mean, who cares about that? g5. So yeah, rook h1 is not that easy. Could go rook g1, but again, doesn't look that impactful. Literally considering moves as dumb as rook a4. So if we run our king, rook takes f4. How is rook a4? This would be, I wouldn't say my first instinct, like it's so obvious, but there is something very satisfying about rook a4. First of all, it's another one of those Alireza moves from previous, but queen e3, queen g3 looks decent. Queen takes e6, impossible to refuse. King g7. I mean, where are the threats at this point? You're down a rook, and rook f2 is the best move you've got. And even still, after takes king d3, there's nothing. So, okay, I think Hikaru actually just resigned. Okay, yeah, they're already fully on to the next game. It is 5.5 to 2.5. Hashtag Team Gucci. That's a very significant score. I mean, God forbid it goes to 6.5, 2.5 after this game, which will be the last one, by the way. By the way, I think Hikaru resigned. I was not watching the match clock at the very end there, but I think he resigned to get another game, right? Because the match clock must have had some seconds on it. It's interesting that he wanted another game because, but Hickey's just a competitor. He doesn't want to just be down like 3 games, go into the next segment, Alireza with a nice lead. He'd rather flip the coin and potentially get it down to 2 and also risk it perhaps going to 4. That's true, Q-Corn. We wanted to, the last time Hikaru took an L to Alireza, it was obviously due to the Chess Bros commentating on the official chess.com channel, because when Amon or Eric are commentating, you know how those matches go. They go a certain type of way. That's all I'm going to say. So by removing ourselves, we're letting the chess speak for itself. Just the chess. That's all we're here to witness. Alireza. I mean, this is a nasty, nasty streak. 6 games played against Hikaru, 5 minutes with increment, and you're winning 5 out of 6. Nuts, to be honest. 36 months. Thanks for the 3 years, Swans Loons. We could be witnesses to history today. Obviously, this is the year of Alireza. Guy is absolutely peaking. But the history I'm talking about is just the surprising, or maybe not surprising, fact that Hikaru has made it to the finals of every single SCC he's ever been a part of, and he's been a part of like 7 or 8 since its inception, which was like probably 2017. But there's a long way to go. Hikaru has definitely been losing matches after the 5-minute portion, after the 3-minute portion. He's made up time and results in 3-minute. He's made them up even more so in bullet. So I think he's probably been here before, but if this balloons to a 4-point lead, it might be the biggest hole he's ever been in out of the 5-minute portion, I want to say. So Hikaru took that extra game in the 5-minute portion. He wanted the white pieces, and he wants the chance to win the game. And all of a sudden, that 3-4 point lead gets cut to 2 points. And I mean, a 2-point lead is significant, but it's not the end of the world for Hikaru. He can like try to make up one game in the 3-minute, and if you're within 2 points and going into bullet, you have all the chances, especially if you're Hikaru. But the thing about bullet is Hikaru can usually rely on it, but he's literally up against a guy that he played in the Bullet Chess Championship and lost to, Alireza. So I'm not sure that he has the same confidence that he usually does. Is Hikaru better at 1+1 or 1-0? I'm not really sure. I mean, relative to his competition. He's very good at both. Alireza got the better of him the last time they played 1-0, no increment. 1+1 is a very weird time control that nobody plays except in the SCC. So I'm not really sure. Compared to his competition, is he more dominant in 1-0 or 1+1? I'm not really sure. My natural instinct is that 1-0 favors Alireza more against Hikaru than 1+1, but that could be off. No. You're talking crazy with that, Sphinxy. You're talking crazy. Hickey getting adopted in Blitz would be otherworldly. Ain't no way. '97. Hey, what's up, Peter? Go loose moose. Indeed, Destin. Want to make sure the courtyard is full for the big match. You know what I just realized? The chess.com broadcast, unless I'm mistaken, does not have access to a better feed than the one that we have, right? So that game where the moves just showed up in like bunches, remember at the end where it was like 10 moves just happened and Alireza won. They saw the same thing on the official broadcast. Looks like Alireza is making a comeback. From what? He did win the last 3. More notably, he won the last 5 out of 6. Not in a row, but 5 out of the previous 6 games. It's a crazy stat. But yeah, he did lose game number 1. But I can't read into game number 1 that much. It's like, oh, a comeback. A comeback of the ages. He lost game number 1 in a 3-hour match. Oh yeah, what the heck? The moves are just like choppy. Low key, that would be a flex. By the way, there is rook takes e7 here. I don't know if trading is actually beneficial though. I do like Hikaru's position mainly because like I have a 2-on-3 over here, which feels very comfortable. I'm interested why that's not being played. Okay, knight takes, rook takes. There was knight d4, but he probably would have played rook a8 there. Rook takes. I mean, king d2 looks likely, but then I think the knight starts to slip in. It might be some draw with knight f1 and knight g3. I can feel the draw energies here. Time scramble once again. I really feel the draw potential is there. Whoa, okay. Everything's skipping. Knight on g6 is terrible. Hikaru's got the knight on d5. Knight on f5. Oh, and the knight's just trapped. It has to go to h2. Knight d5 coming. I mean, the knight on h2 just gets like chomped up by king f2, king g1. And Hikaru's shaking his head because he's definitely very upset by the scoreline. But to be honest, 5.5, 3.5 is, I think, a very, very good outcome, all things considered. Okay, so knight c2, knight f1, king d1. I guess maybe f5 had to happen or something. I don't really know, if I'm being honest with you. But one thing I do know, knight takes b4, tremendous move, and then knight g6. You think you're doing something, but knight f5 is such a strong reaction. It covers the e3 pawn, the g3 square, hits the rook. Oh my god, knight f5 does everything. So knight g6 was a stinker. So there you go. Like I said, it could have been a 4-game lead, but Hikaru has quite literally never missed the finals in this event. You guys were talking crazy. I heard the word adoption typed out in chat. Craziness. Yeah. Now the lead is 2 games. Still significant. Alireza is still doing fantastic, but lost a little tiny bit of momentum there going into the 3-minute portion. Hello, Sleazy. I'm waiting for maybe some camera angles. Like, I want to see the I personally want to see the crowd or the venue. Something. Give us something. Unmute. I feel like this is maybe not the most entertaining segment, but are they going to have some juicy, like, break content? I was wondering if that music was on my end. Alireza is such a G. He's always doing these promo. Like, this guy's such a fucking genius. He dropped in like an interview once that he's into fashion, and boom, he can literally chill in a fucking camo hoodie, Michael Jordan hoodie, like the rest of his life. Total genius. He's wearing like hoodies where everyone else is like fully dressed to the nines. Yeah, hit me with that break time dopamine content. I want to see the proximity and like Wow. Use the command exclamation mark lo-fi girl. Okay. Wow, look at the details. Look at the intricacies here, folks. D4, D5, C4, D takes C4, knight F3, knight F6, E3, C5. Checks, captures, attacks. Knights on rim. Wow. Future Master Zach, thanks for the 2 years. Oh, okay, I haven't seen this. Give it to me, chess.com. Show the fans. Okay, take it back. Take it back. Don't show it. Don't show it. Wow. The word kink is a very interesting word. There's a word that rhymes with kink, which is a slur that I have also stopped using because it's a normal word, but it just has another meaning, and it's like, no, that word's off limits now. Sorry. But kink is a bit of a weird word to have there. Exactly, Stu. A blank in the armor. It's like, I can't say that anymore. Can't say it. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all. What? You gotta fit a sponsored segment into a broadcast like this? That's one of chess.com's better ones. Come on now. Y'all just hating to hate. We did a display sponsorship ages ago. Maybe it's not that long ago. Felt like ages ago. Some years. Now, what are you saying, Java Bandit? How do you propose you do a display advertisement during a live show better than that? I'm not saying that was phenomenal. I'm saying it was very, very acceptable. That's tough. Dude, that job is so hard when you're in a live show. Not only do you have to throw this sponsor segment in there, make it flow, but he was clearly ready to end the segment and was told, nah, Danya and Levy are not fucking ready. Sorry, bud. Keep talking. That's difficult. I love that there's a spotlight right in the center for some reason. So it really looks like these two guys are like very important. I think they're just regular like ticket purchasers, but it really looks like these are like massive VIPs. Oh, you know he plays chess. Fuck, he's probably very good. No? The GOAT? That's really one. That's like Eric, Amon, Robin, fucking the Iceberger, Tim. Are you really allowed to do that? Just the full chest bra umbrella. We're all equal here. Amon is as much of a streamer as Wild Hacks. Oh, I was actually confused by that. I realized he said, "I am Levi Rosman," like his title. He was introducing, so it was a bit weird. I'm Daniel Naroditsky, and I'm Levi Rosman. I think it's clear that the broadcast is desirable during the breaks. I need to see more of that. The cringe fuels me. The cringe fuels me. Okay. What was this opening? I recall looking at this myself, actually. Not quite in this exact line. But this is very similar to the Archangel line. My that predictable L fishy. You want to see Magnus wipe the floor with Hans? Well, you're in luck. Nose knows all. In roughly 2 hours, we're gonna see a 95% domination from Magnus Carlsen. Thanks for the 66 months. Hello, Hella. Very complex, Nam, I would say. Am I sure? What if Hans gets the better of him? Well, that's exactly what chance means. It's a 50% chance of heads and tails, but you could flip the coin 10 times and get heads every time. Are you sure it's 50% chance? What if I get heads twice in a row? What do you guys think? What do you think, MN? What do you think? Is 95% too high? Remember, Nepo had a 95% chance to lose against Hikaru. Okay, rook d1. Forced. Bishop f8, though. Looks pretty damn good. King f3. G4 he's going to throw in, yeah. Looks pretty decent. So h3, rook takes c2, rook a5. Or bishop takes e5, by the way, and then rook a5. So I think just h3. Yeah, I'm a big fan of rook a5 here. Rook takes, we can even take. Okay, I think rook still to a5, yeah. Now you get c4, rook e5. Feel this should be quite good. Bishop h6 next. Or at this point, here and then bishop. Okay, here and then bishop h6, you lose that. This is dangerous because king f7. He's going to take and play b6. That's really smart. That's really smart. I did not, Bob Ross. Craig, thanks for the 62 months. Goal 11, 72 with Prime. Thanks, Goal 11. Oh, man, what kind of blunder did we just witness there? Oh, bishop f4. Time pressure is killing him. It's going to have to make the draw. Damn. Oh, the crowd, the fans. That was another potential Reza point thrown away. Fans, please cheer. Are there any bras in attendance? It's a good question. I am quite sure there are some French attendees, especially some guys that we may have run into during the EU tour, like when we did the sub battle against Blitzstream. But if you're local, I don't know why you wouldn't check it out. That would seem pretty cool. But I don't know of anyone. Some queen f6, knight d4. This looks pretty scary, to be honest. It really reminds me of one of my all-time greatest moves. I think one person commentating is almost always worse. But obviously it's quite tricky because like for example here, by the way, knight c3 is pretty good. One person might seem like better, I don't know, more comfy. But I mean, there's lots of times where I'm just like looking at another screen, not saying anything. Like these things don't fly on a broadcast of any sort. So I can't really think of a commentator who would prefer knight takes g3 maybe. Or knight takes f2. Okay, same idea but much better. Very nice. Alireza is finding all the brilliancies. I can't think of a commentator who would want to commentate on their own. But maybe if you're just streaming and chilling, like sure, one commentator's nice, but otherwise I don't think so. Yeah, this is filthy. This is filthy. But yeah, if you're watching like a broadcast like they're trying to put on, then I don't think there's oh man, Alireza is just killing it. Queen c3 here. Ah, queen c3, queen takes h6. So queen e3. But still queen takes h6. Not that simple, is it? I mean, it should be completely lost, but... Oh, rook c2, queen a1. Dude. No, but Alireza is playing insanely well right now. Because now h7 and h8 are covered. You can just play knight takes e4. Yeah, bishop g6 seemed fine as well, but I bet knight takes e4 was quite good. Queen g7. Oh my god, rook d6. He just hung the rook. He needed a move, though. Dude, Alireza's been playing quite well. Hikaru winning that game is nuts. I mean, obviously, rook d6 is a blunder, not a mouse slip. He just needed a move with only a second. But I guess this was the move because it stops queen g5. And then h7, h8 are covered. Wow. Hikaru wins that game. That's a momentum shifter for sure. I think this is the line that Hikaru played in the candidates or something like it. Definitely did not work out too well. I think even in the Bullet Chess Championship, he might have been playing this against Alireza. And I mean, Hikaru's quite good at these like pet lines, let's call them. They might not be the best by the engine, but he really understands them well, can play them quickly, and they're definitely offbeat. But I don't know. The positions that he's been getting from these have not been super convincing. But nevertheless, he wants to give it a try here. Can't say nothing to the guy if he's getting the results in. Knight G6. Yeah, again, looks pretty comfy. I suppose I was going to say F5 wants to happen. The break is probably very soon. There's only 1 hour of 3-minute chess, so. Okay, I'll be right back. Gonna grab a refill. This match is getting very, very close now. Hikaru's back within one and could even tie it up right here. Okay. Oh. When we catch up. I know the next game's already underway. Oh, wow. Because this move is there. And king here, knight e7, and then there's mate on this side of the board. That's impressive. That's impressive. Looks a little bit annoying. Okay, a3 is not super desirable. You really want to play rook d1 or rook e1. But obviously you're not looking to drop this pawn. I wonder if you could play this followed by c4. No, it's a little bit too much. A little bit too much. So Alireza wins 7-5. He's not letting the full comeback happen. I'm assuming that there's going to be a break after this game, by the way. That'll be the halfway point. Yeah, I'm assuming they're going to mix and match the commentary team. Dania will most likely be a part of every duo. I'm assuming that Danny will never do the commentary because he'll always be hosting the other segment. But it'll probably just be like, I mean, maybe you'll have Hess and Levy. That's possible. But I'm assuming that it's going to be Hess Dania and Levy Dania. By the way, he's tanking here, right? Or wait, what? Is the thing delayed? I can't tell. It says these are all the moves we've got. But okay, obviously it's just not. Fascinating. A3, I guess he'll take it. Okay, but what? They've already made moves? So wait, it's just not updating. I have to refresh for another move to show up? What's happening here? It's nice that they have the countdown timer like right beside them. So even while they're playing bullet and going crazy, the timer is very clearly visible just to their left. Some nice counterplay here from Alireza. So for example, c5, I think we could just play knight d7, and you're going to win the c pawn with rook e5 eventually. Why are we on Hickey's POV? I mean, I'm just staying on the white pieces. I think that's what's happening. A4, A5, A6. Oh, A6 and C5? Oh, no, never mind. That actually doesn't do that much. Oh, wait, but C5 first? Perhaps. C5, F4, bishop C4 check. Leave it to me to do them in the wrong order. Somehow these four moves come into play. Yeah, this looks really strong. Okay. And then what's going to happen? Takes. But knight c3 is happening, followed by knight taking on c5. I think Alireza did a pretty good job, although do not count out Hikaru's winning chances here. g5 is going to happen. And there's just permanent pressure on this g6 pawn. Yeah, no, this is tough. This is not super easy for Alireza down on time. Oh my god, okay. Fuck. Jesus. Okay. Well, that was fun. Seven and a half, 5.5. Still has the 2-point lead. And I'm assuming they're having a break right now. Yeah. Who am I to talk? Thought that position was complicated. It was a draw in a matter of milliseconds. Easy for a guy like Firouzja. Okay, wait, we might be hit with some content here. Okay, wait, what? I definitely did not know this. You're telling me that Chess TV works on my smart TV? Levy's a better advertiser than Danny? That's so not fair. Reading a script when you don't have to be on camera is so fucking easy. All that you saw there was the placement of the ad, and the delivery of the ad was in a much better spot for whoever delivered it. Oh my god, sitting there off camera and reading a blurb, much easier. Not that it wasn't a good job, sure, but like, man, the placement of that previous display ad was very cumbersome. Wow. Olge. Are you are you guys getting chess TV on your TVs? Trivia. What is a blunder in chess? Is this really a trivia? Why is controlling the center of the board important? Oh, here we go. How old was Magnus Carlsen when he first became world chess champion? That's a great question. Obviously, just pick the youngest age. Bro's been world champion for a while. Another easy one. Cool, Gary. In what year did Magnus achieve the highest ELO rating ever recorded? Definitely don't really know that. Maybe 14? Yeah. Don't know that like off the top of my head, but 14 sounds right. 2012, he was playing the World Championship. 2014 makes sense. Oh, I thought maybe there was going to be a Danny segment there. I live for the Danny segments. Okay, here we go. F5, F6? Is Hikaru disturbed by this? It looks like it. Yeah, I'd be scared of F6. Especially with the queen on D2. Oh my god, it's so perfectly placed, right? If the queen was on D1, it would be different, but queen on D2 randomly? Yeah, this is definitely not what you want. Definitely not. Queen here, G6, queen h6 wins the game. So the knight's going to have to make a return. Takes on g7, rook e8, c takes b5. Yeah, this is not so bad for Hikaru, I guess, with the pawn there. Also, how is knight b3 here? You have to take back, yeah. Takes, queen takes. Can you take here? Takes, queen d6, queen e4. Okay. Ah. Queen d6, queen e4, bishop h6. I think that's what he's intending. There is queen d4 there, though. So yeah, queen here, he's probably just going to take instead. Yeah. I mean, g7 can be taken at any point, but of course that's not exactly the threat. So knight d3, queen a7. Honestly, we could see this. I think Hikaru's kind of playing for more here. It's hard to tell. He's down a lot of time, though. h3 needed. Black has a nice tactic. It'll be very hard to arrange. When the queen was on e4, I was thinking queen e2 because queen takes f1, rook e1 is mate. Nice mate threat, but okay. Knight e1. "25 minutes left of 3-minute chess." Yeah, queen f2. I guess the knight will go back to d3. He's definitely considering rook f2. There's only a few moves that you could even play. Okay, it goes queen f2 and then queen d2. Bishop on h6 is guarded. Yes, there's queen check, but I think you can sidestep that successfully and maybe go for h3 next. Spartones, thanks for 85 months with Prime. It's kind of annoying. Sometimes I click this, but then I hear the moves here. It feels like h3 is needed for a while. King h2, rook e8. King h1 maybe. It's a pretty good job by Hikaru. Dude, what a flip. King F5. Oh my goodness. Dude, Reza getting the upper hand against Hickey in these scrambles, like it's obviously it's about the clock, but it's the quality of the moves you can play low on time. It's not like he's just flagging him. Well, obviously there's increment as well, but he's just better in these time scrambles. That was impressive. Like you almost get numb as a viewer to the fact that you're watching Hikaru getting just outplayed in these time scrambles. Very unusual. Thanks, Kev0327. Super impressive. Thanks, Kev. Buck81, thanks for the 43 with Prime. And thanks to our good buddy, Dr. Usadek. 92 months with Twitch Prime. Thank you to Dr. O. Dr. O, are you cheering for Alireza in this match? And follow-up question, who are you cheering for between Magnus and Hans? You heard it there first, guys. Alireza and Carlson, big picks from Dio. Did it do the thing again, by the way? This is so fucking annoying. Did we miss a move? I can't tell. Look at this, dude. But this is ridiculous. It just freezes. I'm not even doing analysis or anything. The whole game has fucking happened. I haven't touched anything. I'm just sitting here watching. It just stalls. That's a new one. I actually have not seen this one. Oh my god, there's even more moves than that. Holy smokes. Do I have to refresh every move? I think we might be okay now. By the way, on the main broadcast, are they not discussing a position with like... I don't think they realize either. Alireza's clock is at like 15 seconds. Something's messed up here because the live board is on the right hand side. I know my cam's blocking it a little, but it's this position. Oh my god, more moves happened. No, I have to click refresh every single time. Every single time there's a move, I have to click refresh. Okay, Hikaru's a funny guy. Highlighting the highlighting the pieces. That's funny. They happen to show his screen when they when Hikaru was like bringing up like fucking task manager or something. Was it, yeah, Discord task manager. What was that? Settings. Funny guy. Jug Handle 10, thanks for the 104 months. Oh my god, I have to click refresh again. You're joking me. Please make a move. Oh my, I literally have to click refresh. This is absolutely insane. I'm clicking refresh every single reload board, reload board. The moves do not show up. They don't process, not a single one. They're okay. They're doing this so that we can watch. Okay, really a POV. Oh man, big POV energy. Wait a minute, this is Reza. I forgot they use the exact same piece sets. Oh, that's a A+ line from Danya. What is this representing? Hikaru's level of tilt. Was GM Hikaru a good sport? Knight C4 coming. Queen takes A6. I think did he miss that? He wants to take on E4 now. Or A3. Oh! Oh! Witnessing the tactic in real time. Oh! Filth! Wait, low key? They should leave it on this POV the entire time. Oh! Nasty! Oh! Dude, that was something. Even more tilted now for sure. Okay, the moves are clearly not working on the site, right? This is how we watch. Queen C3, queen takes F3. Oh, I assume so. Amused bystander. Hello, Omid. I'm not sure what happened, but um, the broadcast board, like that everyone's using to look at the moves on, is not working. It's just busted. Yeah, this was really nice. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind it that much. So after seeing this, would they consider using this as a main camera or no? By the way, I don't know what is happening in these lines, but it sort of feels like bishop a4. Interesting. Sort of feels like Hikaru is getting bad positions out of the opening, right? Like, isn't he just cooked here? King f8? Like, what is this? f6, e5, knight d5? Isn't he just completely busted here? Bishop e7 check, by the way, is also a threat. Also, knight f6 is a threat. Knight f6, bishop h6 also wins material, although I like that one the least. Can't move the knight on c6. I mean, this is just busted. Knight b6 is also a move. No, this is cooked. Okay, he's highlighting the knights. Click your heels, Hikaru. This isn't the disrespect speedrun anymore. Match score, I know, is a little bit cut off. Faruja has 9.5. Is Hikaru really going to defend this? That'd be so impressive. He's a slippery defender, but two bishops. I mean, this has to be bad. This has to be real bad. Yeah, I mean, this eval, just like off the charts, brutal. He's going to resign. It makes sense. I mean, this is completely lost. Even though white's only up like a pawn or two, the eval that you saw there at the end was like +6. Are we back? I don't think so. We're just watching the same. All we're doing is not watching the POV cam. Because remember, they had the live board on that previous scene as well. So they have the live board. Oh, do you see that? A little bit of a buffer there as well. Yeah, we're definitely not fully back. Okay, sort of back. Oh, someone got a diamond membership. Go, someone. It's really 10.5 to 5.5. I mean, this is a real nasty score right now. Hello, Spenny. Spenny, I was just listening to some of the break content, from chess.com, classic break content, and didn't hear your voice. Did they hire out a new twink, or what's the situation? They did some sort of little recap video with an unrecognizable voice. Laying off Spenny, that's brutal. Yeah, no, you hate to see that. Severance Summer. I have to feel that Hikaru would be happy with this position. I mean, Alireza is on one right now. This is very impressive to watch. He's a 5 point lead. Could be going for even more. Is this game really going to last the entire time, though? I have a feeling. I mean, I guess it depends on the next couple moves, but it's kind of a toss up whether we'll see another game or not. Because a minute 44, minute 13, if they really use all the time on their clocks, then the match clock will expire. So the finals are the day after Dr. Usyk. Tomorrow is the third place match. And then Sunday is the final. I'm pretty sure both happen at noon Eastern time, but I'll double check for you. Yeah. Noon Eastern. G4 isn't really possible, so the king looks like it's going to get out. H5. Okay, yeah, you don't even need it, to be honest. You could just go king f5. Alireza is looking solid after being tested in just about every single position. Rook d5, rook takes b4. I mean, he's truly spotting everything. I mean, black can only be better here. It'll be a draw, but F5, yeah. Because now you have to reckon with F4. And the king coming in. I mean, this is not easy. G4 looks like a very necessary move. Or maybe it would have been like serious trouble. Can still lose this, but yeah, with the H pawn there, it should be fine. Bishop can just sack for the D pawn and then... And they do get another game. Super awesome. Thanks for the gifted sub. All right, this will be the final 3-minute game. A 5-point lead for Alireza. Worst case, Alireza is up by 4 going into the bullet, where he recently beat Hikaru in the Bullet Chess Championship. Huge favorite now, Alireza. But this is actually very similar, so... Yeah, I guess it was 5.5, 3.5, and then 5.5, 2.5. So if Hikaru wins, he will have basically beaten him with the same score in both formats, 5 and 3. Yeah, unless Alireza implodes in bullet, like a monumental choke would be needed. D5 is very rushed. Yeah, G3 is probably not the best move, but I think he knows that Bishop G3 is just a draw. I actually don't know if that's the case, but it seems likely. Okay, he's playing on. Bishop D4. Looks like a decent move. Okay. No, I was going to say I see some moves, but okay, we're jumping around again. Nah, this is a stomp. Hickey's like trying to make up nonsense. Knight F8. Knight's going nowhere. Everything's defended. This is so one-sided. Hickey needs some luck in this final game, because if he loses, I mean, it's just a wash. 12-6. This is a pretty serious statement from Alireza. Beating Hikaru not only in the Bullet Championship, but in a format. Right now, he's beaten him in the 5+1, 3+1. He beat him in 1+0. He might beat him in 1+1. This is like extremely convincing. This is over. It's just domination. He's gonna resign. Holy fuck, 12-6. Holy fuck. Domination. Yeah, it's 6.5, by the way. He has an extra point. Nah, really, really impressive from Alireza. Yeah, I like that actually. That's what I was saying earlier. Dr. Rusidik says, anyone know if Dania/Levy flew business class or economy class to Paris? Good question. Does anyone know the answer? But yeah, like I said, Hikaru didn't want to play bishop takes g3 and make a draw. So it was like very good weaponizing the lead in his favor. This was a gorgeous game, by the way. Very, very like just crushing. Nebepa, thanks for the 33 months. Osman, thanks for the 18 with Prime. Firuja. I'm surprised, Mattered Monkey. Stockfish released a new version, and Anish tweeted just in time at Hans, and that got a chuckle out of you. As a resident mocker of others' comedy, Mannered Monkey, this is a surprising low from you. It's a cheating. It's a engine thing at Hans Niemann. Ha 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 ha. By the way, is that Alireza? That's Alireza. That's funny. It was definitely a good read, Guppy. Definitely a good read. Still significantly easier, but a very good read. I liked it. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Did that say chess grandmaster? Okay. Knight f3. That's a scary first move. Move of culture. Even I knew that actually. I remember because when we went to France, we definitely thought of the same thing, but I knew you needed you needed like a permit or some authorization form to film in the park. Boo Dog, thanks for the 82 months. So, um, did they actually say, like, I thought they mentioned it earlier, but I think they were saying that um the sound was not actually working there. Is that right? Was anyone listening to the main broadcast? Um, because it was something like the whole speech test experience, you were supposed to hear the commentary, of course, but for some reason they couldn't or something. I don't know if like the headphones didn't work or not a good not a good start to the bullet, I would say, for Hikaru. I don't really like this position. The screens weren't working. Yeah, because Danny was basically apologizing. He was like, sorry, it's the first time we've hosted this like this, thought it would be a certain way and it wasn't. Um, I was trying to understand what he was apologizing for. Yeah, the live board was not working. I think he was. I'm sure they were saying that uh, as well. But I was talking about earlier when they were like doing the panel segment with Canty. It seemed like he was apologizing to the live audience that something about the live experience was not as advertised. But yeah, the board is definitely not working that well. King G4 he wants? Hmm. That's tricky. Now there's mate threats to deal with. Honestly, white might be better from a practical perspective here. No, it's from me there, whiny winger. Yeah, the tickets were definitely not super expensive. Starting out with a bullet loss would just be like the worst. This is brutal because I don't feel like Alireza is going to. I don't think he's going to lose. But on top of that, it's also going to take a while. Like, it's going to be a long game. And Hikaru might lose it anyway. Yeah, there's no pawns on the board. This looks rough. This could be a very, very long game. Like, it started with 30 minutes on the clock. This game could take forever, and he might lose it. I feel like we're missing moves. Yeah. I don't think Alireza minds losing all these pawns because it's just the game is going to take a super long time. Okay. Yeah, if you're Alireza, you probably want that game to go on a little bit more, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I think he could have done better to extend the game. Roles reversed, Hikaru would have found a way to make that game, like, truly, like, it's a specialty of his. But that took 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes for one bullet game. One. One bullet game. That's if he keeps that pace up, there's just absolutely no chance. What are these black openings from Hikaru? That's right, yes. Black jobs. Are we frozen again? No? Okay. Bishop b4, bishop c3. Queen c5 coming. But actually, you have to really watch out. Bishop takes and queen h3. It's very unpleasant. Rook d3, queen c5, or queen a7. Oh my god. Hikaru has not won a game in an insanely long time. They're on game 20 and he hasn't won since game 11. Do you know how brutal that is? Draw, win, 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 draw, win for Alireza. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're missing some moves. Yeah, we're missing a ton of moves. There we go. Queen c6. Oh my goodness. He hits him with bishop e5 as well. Nasty. 13.5 to 6.5. Absolute domination here. Like, just pure filth. There's only 22 minutes left. Dude, this is a stomp. Yeah, Alireza isn't letting up. The current streak for Alireza is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games in a row that Hikaru has not won. Now, that would also be the case if they had 9 draws in a row, but obviously you guys know Alireza has won the majority of those games. 6 wins, 3 draws in the last 9 games. That's fucking crazy. I don't think so, Salty. The Quadro, thanks for the 49 months. Where are the boys? Thank you, Bequadro. New badges for the long time subs. That's right. Rook coming to f6, definitely going to be uncomfortable. You got to play rook f6, right? That's the classic move there. This one, I'm assuming, is the answer. I mean, without knowing too much about the position, knight d5 obviously had to be the move. It's easy to spot those tactics, though, when you know there's a tactic there. Like, it does become very easy at that point. This looks like it's going to be a loss for Firouzja, but not without a pretty good fight. Rook e1, maybe rook g5. Wow, these pawns just cannot move. What the hell? Alireza should play this on. Okay, we're missing a lot of moves. I think Hikaru is, gonna get his first win in the bullet here. But quite literally, he'll have to win like every single game from now on. Every single game and quickly is correct. Thanks, the Lydiast. 52 months with Prime. Go Alireza, says the Lydiast. Wow, Mannered Monkey with very little motivation to play. You hate to hear that. Seems that after a short stint with rivals like Wild Hacks, Mannered Monkey has lost his appetite. Alireza is so good. Has to be H4 here, right? I don't know what else to try, yeah. Rook G1, I like, yeah. Could also try Queen F3, but Rook G1 looks so solid. Yeah, he does go Queen F3. Pretty decent move. Takes this way. Oh, did not expect Bishop F5, I think. But I guess he's still fine. Wow. Classy hickey giggle. Bishop F1. Raffle. Oh, they can't get the next game up either. This is... I don't think Magnus has beaten Hikaru this badly. This is pure domination. Like, this is a nasty scoreline. 14.5, 7.5. Because even if the scoreline ends up like 14.5, 12.5 or something at the buzzer, you will know, because you watched the match, that it was truly one-sided. Like, it was not remotely close. And that's very surprising to me. Not that Alireza won. I mean, I had Alireza to win, but not like this. Impossible to have predicted this. Okay, here we are on board with Reza. Position looks kind of rough, not gonna lie. Man, they just got to leave it on that game. So wait, do you see these guys? They're all looking up over here. Everybody. They're watching on a screen too. The only difference is I'm in my house. Oh man, Rook D5 is coming. Hikaru can only just smirk. He can only smirk because at some point it's unbelievable. It just keeps happening. First time Alireza was like visibly upset with something. $12 left. It's just these 1 minute games at minimum last 2 minutes. Hard minimum. Probably 3 minutes is still on the low side for these that can go 4 to 5. It's just not even close to enough time. Wins Carlsen's match pretty much directly after. I'm assuming they just leave the broadcast on and like stall and do some like post-match stuff while they get set up for that one. Like this will definitely go down as one of the most dominant performances ever, especially against Hikaru. But Alireza has the chance to really put a stamp on it with a victory in every time control. Not competitive here. Dude, bishop f5, it's just tactic after tactic. bishop c7, a4, bishop d6, rook d8. Can you take? Yeah, never mind, you can't. Yeah, and now white can just leave the rooks there. You can really sit there and milk that game for so much longer than he did there. Like, if Alireza wanted, he could easily have 4 or 5 minutes off this match clock from like all the games he could have played on. What is this opening? I've seen it before. It's some kind of something. It's a way to make bishop c4 work, like to force it. You definitely have to know a thing or two as black. Yeah, it's a bishop c4 Vienna. Did he really Mattis? I mean, I know obviously he was memeing when he said it, but that's funny. Probably he said it in the chess.com interview, like post-match interview after his quarterfinal match or something. This position looks insanely good for Naka. But you're just running out of time. b4 here? Yeah, b4 and bishop b5. Rook d1, rook d2. Okay, I was going to say a5, but you can also just take that pawn and everything's defended. Oops. a6 and the knight's trapped on b5 after blundering the bishop. Hickey's at that point of the match that I've been at before where I'm like, I'm losing so bad that I'm just waiting to see how I'm gonna lose the next game. It's like, oh, a6, of course. Yeah. Guess that works too. Unbelievable. Crazy. How's it possible? It's like you're just so tilted and fed up with yourself, and it's like nothing seems to work. Bishop e1, yeah. That should be good enough. Yeah, 15 to 10, but again, one game could, like, technically, you really shouldn't get more than 3 games as a hard max. So this is what I mean. It's naturally going to become a closer score as the match goes on. It might end, as I said earlier, something like 15-12 or 15 and a half, 12 and a half. But it just really doesn't matter that much. Plus, Hikaru is only barely winning this 1+1 segment. 4-3. Alireza wins the next game, and it's just There's nothing to see here. It feels like definitely after the 3 minute portion, Alireza never looked back. But even like midway through the 3 minute portion, it started to look like a complete stomp. Like, here's the thing. In the match situation, white could play bishop takes knight, trade rooks, opposite bishops, you're never going to lose. Like, easy. But he's still looking to win. Like, he's still playing very, very aggressive moves. Maintaining the bishop pair. That's a winning mentality. Bishop to d5. This can still be super unpleasant for black. Bishop e4, bishop d5. Okay. Winning mentality, as he does what he should have done from the start, but what he wasn't doing up until then. This is the dream, of course. It's funny, Alireza is like good at every part of the game except extending the game when he's got the win in the bag, like the match win in the bag. He really needs to work on that. Jeez. G5, yeah. No, he needed to work on that, that's for sure. So yeah, it looks like the match will probably finish like this. Oh, by the way, it looks like this was a Vienna from Hick, and it looks like it was the variation that I recommend people play against the Vienna, which I always do extremely well with. And it looks like Alireza played it and is doing, like, he's just absolutely crushing. This is the variation with queen h4 check, queen e4. Yeah, this is perfect. He should be able to stall this the entire way. Bishop takes c4 for the fans. Bishop takes c4. Match clock is 40 seconds. Oh, Alireza is just going to sit back. He's got more time than the match clock. Yeah. Beast. Wow. Oh, this is the one on the chess.com page.
Just domination. Domination. They really combed through like 4 hours of footage to find the one time Alireza was like unhappy with himself. Ah, fuck. 15-9, 15-10. Fuck. No, that was just like you can beat Magnus playing like that. He seemed in tremendous form. Interviews, mod check. Ah, there we go. There we go. All right, I'm going to leave whatever break content they got on here. I'll take a short break as well. BRB.